So the 17th of August 2024 is the D-date for the OJ Jallo Super Cup final between Medina FC and T-Town of Talending. Now the winners of the league and the knockout trophy will come head to head, shoulder to shoulder to battle out for the curtain raiser at the zone. And there is no better person to talk about this final better than the Director of Communication at Serekunda is Sport Development Organization, SESDO, Baboucarr Krubally. Welcome to the program. Good morning.
Good morning, Lamin. Good morning, Pa. And good morning to all the wonderful listeners of 107.6.
So the stage is set already.
Yeah, the stage is set and the ball is ready to roll. The grass is absolutely green and ready to host the two, finalists.
How special is this final? For I know all Super Cups are special, but this one coming at the backdrop of many developments at its side.
Well, I think this Super Cup final is going to be one of the most special one in the history of Serekunda East, knowing for the fact that Super Cup finals were only played done and dusted. This time around, we have a four-segment program into one. In just one day, that range from the under 10, under 13 inauguration of our democracy pavilion, and then the Super Cup final. Immediately after the Super Cup final, there is also a night program that these two teams will come together and enjoy.
Wow.
So that shows you automatically that before we go deep into this conversation, we do it differently from the others, and that makes us the best side, undoubtedly.
Why the under 10? Why the under 13?
Well, Lavin, we deem it necessary and fit to know that we are grassroots, administrators, and grassroots football is very key. These kids were playing this tournament on Saturdays and Sundays respectively, and they don't have the chance to have the number of people that will come out and watch them, because we all know here people are not very concentrated in these young lads, even though you are able to spot some of them at a very young age. But at the end of the day, their names are only heard when they reach the climax. So, we deem it necessary and fit to say, giving this kid the chance to come and play in this Super Cup final will boost their morals. When they see, the other teams warming up, the big boys, they will say, look, we want to be here. And looking at also the crowd, that is a huge motivation for them. So that is the, motive behind it. And we have structured ourselves in a way that all these games will play, and we are very, very much time conscious. That is how we do it. We do it always differently, and we do it always the best way. But the most important part, Lamin, is infrastructural development is key in Gambia, and we are going to be the first committee that is established on just 3 years, and we have delivered a democracy pavilion that is worth 1.6
So
million.
would you even put the COVID year into perspective?
Well, Lamin,
Even without playing now,
absolutely, even without playing now, after 3 years, we are able to give our people a 1.6 million project.
So how do you manage to get these funds from? Do you steal from somewhere else, or do you go and tap funds elsewhere?
Well, I can vividly tell you before delving into how we get the funds that the Democracy Pavilion is solely sponsored by the SESDO executive, even though we have support from Bakari Papa Gassama, who donated 50 bags of cement, and we say a very big thank you to him. We also have Ebeji Football Club that donated $10,000, and then we have Balanjai, who also supported. But I can tell you, 1.6 million is a huge amount of money, and if you calculate, the people that supported, it's less than even the 600,000. So 1 million plus is already, from the committee's coffers. That shows you that what brought this is accountability and transparency and financial discipline. I can vividly tell you that we have a very strong finance team that are very disciplined, and that makes us revenue generated are brought back to the people of Serekunda is to enjoy. And that shows you how serious our committee is under the tutelage of Modu Yusuf Acham. So basically, this is a proud moment for us. The Super Cup final is a huge one, but the Democracy Pavilion inauguration is one of the best, and it will linger in the minds of people, and it will be in the history books for far too long.
That sounds so interesting, but knowing the fact that SESDO generates a lot of income as well, it wouldn't surprise any that the pavilion is also going to be inaugurated, but that it requires financial discipline as well.
Yeah, in as much as you can generate revenue, you are not financially disciplined, you may serve your term and you will not have any meaningful development done. But as I said earlier on, you have to be financially disciplined. You have to make sure that you balance your book in a way that you are able to make these projects. It's not easy. It's very, very easy to start projects, but to complete it at a duration of time is what many cannot do. And that is the difference between us and others. That is why when we claim to be the best side, it's not about mere words. These are things that surface in all sectors. Like
Do you lead others follow your
well,
footsteps?
absolutely. When you are backed by the #1 GSM operator in this country, do you expect anyone to challenge you, Lami?
Nah.
Nothing, absolutely.
Africell makes things better and easier.
Absolutely, it makes it better and easier.
I remember when your awards night, and gala dinner was organized, backed by the superpowers of network in this country, Africell, and of course, when the gala dinner went successfully, even without the dinner starting itself, that shows alone, the commitment of the zone, the trust stakeholders also has with the SESDO committee.
Well, this is, absolutely a beautiful time for us. We have set a precedent, and anybody coming in the next SESDO executive, you have a lot of tasks ahead of you, because I can vividly tell you, we have set this bar high. Before we start every night and season, we make sure we go into an annual general meeting, and this Sunday successfully, we have gone to an annual general meeting. All the reports were adopted. We have dealt, with matters that the stakeholders believe the executive will have to, remedy. But there were no major concerns. Stakeholders are very comfortable. They are happy, and they are seeing the development that this committee is doing. And that is not only the case. The committee is doing everything possible to make sure teams are able to benefit from whatever the committee is trying to do. As you can see, this Super Cup final is officially sponsored by, M Savage Group. And currently, as we speak, both teams have been handed a new set of jersey. They are also handed $10,000 for their preparatory money. And SESDO itself is giving $10,000 to prepare for the Super Cup. They will produce, the trophy medals for all the teams. Then we also have Wave that is coming up this year. They are going to be co-sponsors in our knockout, cup. And they are also ready to also work with Serekunda East. You can only attack these sponsors when you are doing the right thing at the right time. And that is exactly what we are doing.
Yeah, so we can't talk about other sponsors because we can't give them free advertisement. Shall we? We can't. We can't give them. Yeah. It's the biggest radio station in this country.
Certainly.
This sports program
is widely listed
everywhere you go in this country. So
indeed.
If you want, we talk about your service, pay us. We talk about your service.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no free dinner.
Absolutely.
Opa, you want to talk about the other? Not at all. Even the GFM will tell you they are sponsored. We don't talk about them on here. No. No. Yeah, well, anyway, because we can talk about Africell because they are the biggest. They set precedents everywhere. When your committee negotiated that good contract, fairly good contract, when you have all your committee members, having a CUG and others, benefits as well.
Yeah, the internet service.
I can see other committees also follow suit your footstep, and which is really, speaking volume of the young, vibrant committee.
I think this is very clear, and we have to send this message day in, day out. We have the best blueprint in this country, and anyone that wants to reach the climax, you have to come and get this blueprint and make sure you operate and follow our modus operandi. As we speak now, just after our annual general meeting, we have increased the prices of all the cups that we are going to play, starting from the Super Cup to the Knockout Cup.
How much is the winner?
The winner for this Super Cup, the winners were given $20,000. Now we have increased it to $30,000, and you are going to also have 20% gate ticket. Sometimes in Serekunda is people, just forget, that we do things differently, and we have to set the line. It is only Serekunda that is giving gate tickets on finals, especially Super Cups. All the other zones, you have to play your Super Cup, your prize money is given to you, and you go home. In Serekunda you are given a prize money and you share with the committee what is generated in the gates. But sometimes what you generate in the gates is even more than your prize money. And come this Super Cup, if you are not at the park at 3 p.m., there is no place for you. That's the reality.
Will you be at the park at 3 p.m.? I'm watching Arsenal versus Is it Wolf? I don't know which team we are playing. That's 2-4. So I will come to the stadium, but I know I will be late somehow because the media run this Saturday. You are invited to come in the media. I know you will take an excuse of the final. But
No. I am coming to the media run. That is already communicated to Chairman Jao.
Yeah.
After the media run, then I will have to continue. Get back to the park to continue the work.
Yeah.
But my work will start later in the day. In SESDO, we have everything done and dusted.
So, yeah.
The logistic committee, headed by your man Asan Jaju, will do the job for us. Then I will come and make so and do the entertainment part in the later on around 5 going upwards.
Yeah.
But so far so good. As I said, the winners for the Super Cup is going to be from $20 now to $30,000 with 20% of the gate tickets. The runners-up money is also increased from $15,000 to $25,000 with 20% of the gate tickets. The official sponsored league, the winner was $70,000, is increased to $90,000 with 20% of the gate tickets in the final. And the winner for this year's official Nawetan, if the winner is interested to go to the KM third division, qualifiers, SESDO will sponsor the registration fee.
Wow.
The runner-up also was increased from $50,000 to $70,000, additional of 20% gate ticket. In the knockout trophy, finally, it was $40,000, now increased to $60,000 with 20% of the gate tickets. And also, the knockout winner will be also given $10,000 for the qualifiers registration if they are interested. The runners-up money for the knockout is from $30,000 to $50,000, additionally with 20% of the gate tickets. This move by SESDO is expected to invigorate the competition and to make sure that teams will definitely fight tooth and nail to be champions. And we don't just want teams to come to the night and stop there. We want teams to emulate the likes of T-Town that won the league last year, and today they have a spot at KM. They fought very hard and they were nearly into the playoffs, but unfortunately they lost. So far so good. We have to be development oriented. We have to make sure we push the teams to make sure immediately after the Nawetan they work very hard with their teams to make sure they get into the third division, second division, and fourth division respectively. That is what we are trying to build as a committee, and this will continue inshallah. But looking at all this tremendous development, what can the stakeholders say? What do they want anymore? And we keep delivering.
They need more.
Pavilion is done, 1.6 million. Another pavilion is coming before our term end. That is promised by the president on the day of the annual general meeting. And I am very, very much sure that the president that we have is a direct shooter, is a president that has the capacity.
They say he's a stingy guy, though.
Well, as I told you in our last interview, you are
so
stingy.
Your executive, whenever I go, there was a day that I went to this park. Sometimes I don't go to your end.
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
want to. I saw them walking around. I saw Jan, I saw Keba, I saw different people. I'm like, so these people are almost here every day. So, but anyway, that's the purpose.
Well, love is passion. You have to be in football development, especially voluntary work. You have to have the passion. If you don't have the passion, you can't do this.
So your fixtures, who draft your fixtures?
Well, our fixtures are automated fixtures this year. They are drafted by our technical team. And our we have, the Serekunda is embodies of individuals with great character, impeccable ethos that have expertise in all the areas. So to have, these automated fixtures this year is something that we have been working for since last year to make sure that fixtures are automated. Each group you are able to know when to play, the time to play. You are able to have the same fair fixture. You play 2 3s, 2 5s. You understand? Because each pool is 5. Be reminded, we have 40 teams. We have one of the biggest, number of teams. But so far, so good. This year, we are coming with a very, very, very big difference. And this year, this Nawetan is going to be very enticing.
Do you want to talk about the journalist side also? Because journalists, then you are on your talk. When finals comes in, most of the time, then your talk say, then they buried not, right? Then you are fair.
You definitely have to have a place for food.
So because journalists, it's one of your plus maybe in your palm, a VIP, and we like to go inside. So
well, for sure, the media is one of the key fundamentals.
One thing I observe whenever you are here, Pa doesn't want to ask you questions.
Well, Pa is definitely a member of the East Side, and he knows when the East people are here, he's already represented, so he don't need to just bring in things. But what you said is an important factor. We have to make sure the media is a very, very big component.
Because the media is the key stakeholder
they are the major component when it comes to visibility and football. If you see people talking about Serekunda is what they are doing, it is seen by people through the media. Not everybody has a chance to walk into Serekunda every day and night, but people outside there do come to Serekunda just on normal occasions, but they are outside, they are seeing the tremendous development that we are doing. So as I speak to you, I mean, work is going, is in high gear to make sure that everything is done. But then we have to also put this very clear. We have media houses that are always on these grounds,
No.
on finals, and sometimes no, we have to be factual.
We have 1 minute to go, but you can't just go.
We have just 1 minute to go. You always defensive all the time.
No,
but that's the reality.
But do you
have media houses?
No.
Some media houses that will only come to our finals. They will never
It doesn't matter.
No, but that matters. That matters.
It doesn't matter.
When Lamin come and somebody who has never come, I give Lamin the platform first before that person. That's the reality.
I disagree.
All right, no problem. That's your opinion.
I disagree.
Yes, no
I respectfully disagree with your opinion.
But before we go, we said, I mean, the Super Cup final is slated for the 17th
Tickets?
Tickets, $50, $100. Many said it's expensive, but when you are developing, you need the money. And football is expensive. Let's just cope with it. Arsenal is selling the highest tickets. They are not winning.
We are in London. We are in the capital, London.
We are also at the best side, and that is the east side. From Birkama, you can just alight and get into the park. From Banjul, you alight and get to the park. From Ladukunda, you alight and get to the park. We are not far inside. From Suku, you can just get another. Absolutely. You are in London, I agree. You are in London, you are selling these highest tickets, you are not winning trophies. We are selling the highest tickets and we are developing.
Anyway, so fair enough.
Finally, we said we urge everybody to come on time, get your tickets on time, and let's watch this final peacefully. Let's make sure we do it the way the qualifiers did it. I mean, we want to say a very big thank you to all the qualifier teams. We played qualifiers, 52 teams. They all played without a major problem. And we have to say congratulations to the new team that made it. That is Team Sports and Conby. We said congratulations and welcome to Serekunda East. We said Saturday is the big day. The biggest thing is the integration of the Democracy Pavilion. The people of Democracy are happy. The people of Serekunda East are happy. And being at the best side, we are saying a very big thank you to our #1 GSM operator in the Gambia.
I miss this guy, man. Dudu. The west side, the best side. I love Dudu, bro. Dudu, kinde phone ka bro aji. Anyway,
Bibi Kojara is listening, and definitely he is very, very happy.
Absolutely.
With that news,
yeah,
that will be an inauguration on Saturday.
Yeah, those are the technicians. Who coach is part of our technical man who will always advise us on technical matters. So that shows you that at the east side we have everything, and that makes us the best side.
The right answer?
Yes, and before we go further, and good news: the Gambia has recorded a 2-0 win over Poland.
Once again, easy route. We are playing at 3 against Libya. Good luck as well.
Yes, and the right option is definitely. The Real Madrid fans definitely don't want to associate the striker